public water. So sometimes we are facing some problems to link these families with the clean water, because they are not registered, they don't have the paper or the registration for their houses to get this drinking water. But as much as we could, we tried to reach around 200 families, but by the end we reached only 100 families because of these obstacles that we faced.
So support rural development is the name of the whole program.
Yes.
So can you give us an idea about this program in general?
This program, as I told you before, it's funded from the EU delegation through the Ministry of Agriculture, and it's implemented through YOPIC. It's one of the organization of the Ministry of Agriculture, and this organization is implementing or funding around seven different organizations in Minya and Fayoum, and COSP is one of these organizations that take this fund from the YOPIC.
You're also targeting another important issue, which is creating peasants' associations or societies. You worked on that. Did you achieve one? Did you form an association for the peasants?
Yes, in Minya, in our project, we are targeting this 4 villages, and we target 2 villages in Minya through our farmer field schools, that we select some farmers to be presented all these plots in the area, and they made some an election for those farmers, and by the end of August 2014 they had an association established in post of the villages, and it's run by the association themselves, the farmers, and they're responsible to run one of the compost unit that we give them to the machines that they're running for those farmers to give them more services for the composting.
So can you tell us more about COSP organization and its different activities?
COSP is an Italian organization.
Yes.
It was in Florence in 1983.
Yes.
Established at that time in Florence, and in Egypt it started to work around 1998. And now they have different projects that they are applying with the women, with the small farmers, as my project, and other projects for the handicrafts, the artisans, around 14 government in Egypt. And there's still coming some project to support the small categories in Egypt for the handicrafts, or for the empowering the women, for some small businesses for them, or to establish a new association.
It's a non-profit organization, right?
Non-profit organization, yes. It's established in Florence as a non-profit organization, but here it's like they have the declaration of work under the Ministry of Social Solidarity in Egypt, and we're starting to have around 33 projects around the 33 countries, for the different countries around the world, and here in Egypt we have around 5 or 6 projects that is implementing, and one of them that was closed in January.
Right. Let's go to the main program, which is Support to Rural Development. The title looks like it's aiming not only supporting agriculture or the agriculture industry and supporting the business of farming inside the villages, as much as it's supporting the rural development areas in general. That includes awareness, that includes the bad habits, that includes all the declined values that, the values that are supposed to decline, like things that are, uneducating the girls, banning girls from going to schools, genital mutilation, for example, and many other values that are supposed to decline, and the government is fighting also. So are you targeting those issues? You talked about awareness, but what limits do you have in awareness?
Actually, for this program, it's a big program, as you said, but it's for COSP, we're talking about a small part from it, and we have other grant beneficiaries that took this fund, and they are already stocking for the literacy and for the other issues related to the community that we are targeting. So in COSPI, what we are doing, it's apart from the awareness that we're giving to the farmers, also for those women, how to raise their children, how to clean their houses, how to store the crops. So this part of the and also how to not to throw the garbage on the cleaning canals or the canals that it's supposed to irrigate their farms. So this kind of awareness that we're giving to those women is helping for the supporting the rural area in general.
So could any farmer apply for this program?
By meaning what? It's as farmer for
To join
the project.
this? Can any farmer who watches today can come and apply for this program?
For the program, it's not individually, but
Yes.
it's as the program, they should be through an organization to take the fund. But for the project, the small project that's implemented, it's through the association that we are already established. So they
How
can
do you
join.
choose the farmers? What is the criteria?
We are selecting the farmers that it's the first criteria is to be a small farmer in
Yes.
these areas. So small farmers, it means that we are targeting the farmer that own or renting or working in land less than 3 fadan. So this is the first criteria, and he should work in the area that we are targeting. So in the same village, in the same plots that we are working. And also by the end, our farmers can apply to be members in the association that we established.
Yes.
So they can take because COSPI by end it's going to move to have another project. But the sustainability, it should be for those associations, the NGOs that we established in their communities. They're supposed to be continue giving the same service.
It follows up the implementation of the project.
Yes,
this
because
NGO.
those farmers can apply to be members in this association, so they can take the same services that we are giving to those farmers through the project. Now the role will be transferred to the association that we established.
The NGO, you mean?
Yes.
And they will spread this project to different farmers.
Yes, yes.
Given the fact that the country has been going through 2 successful revolutions with all its pros and cons, I mean, it's coming torn out with bad economy and social problems and lots of divisions and that are being reconciled. I mean, being sorted out by time. I mean, we're on our way to the right path, but still we're trying to collect ourselves and pull ourselves together. If you can tell us what were the major problems that came in your way that float on the surface while you were stepping your first feet trying to implement some change in those rural areas?
As I told you, also COSPI is working with the handicraft, the artisans in 14 governorates, the traditional culture handicrafts in Egypt. So once the revolution started, and those craft is depending on the foreigners here in Egypt. So it's depending on the tourists that it's coming here, and so when the revolution came, so it's stopped.
No tourism.
Yes, no tourism, and stopped. Some of our artisans stopped to work, and they left this craft. So we tried to reach the tourists outside Egypt. So we tried through one of the organizations that we established also during one of the projects to export those products to reach our clients outside Egypt. And by another thing that we can work with our artisans to improve their productivity, these products to reach or to be in equal with the requires for the foreigners outside Egypt.
So going to the Ministry of Agriculture, what kind of support is offered by the ministry?
First, the project is funded through the EU with the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yes.
So they are the main, like we can see that they are the main door for the farmers, for all the organizations to reach this good agricultural practice. So we are either we are getting from them the information, the good agricultural practice here in Egypt, because it's different in Egypt and other countries. So we are working with the same methodology with the agriculture, the Ministry of Agriculture here in Egypt. So they are supporting us with the technology, with the professors or doctors that they can provide us with the new information that we need for our farmers. So it's they are working with us actually to support those farmers.
Right. Do you have any other projects or any other plans for the coming, for the rest of the winter, in addition to those small-scale rural areas? Are you trying to, what do you have in your package for the governments in Egypt?
For the small farmers, if we are talking about the agricultural sector, we are working now, still working, because our project ends in January, so we can't work directly.
So you're ending on January?
Yes, we already ended. Our project started in May 2013 and we ended at January 2016. So we can.
So you're working according to the agricultural season or what?
In our project, yes, we're working seasonally. So we're targeting the farmers for the wheat season, for the corn season, or for the vegetable. So we're giving those information. But as a project, this is the duration of the project. So we can't work more with those farmers in the agriculture. We can't support them because our project, our fund is over. So we can't work with them directly now. But our organization that we established, now they are continue our work. But as COSPI, it's not going to stop working with the farmers, especially with those associations that we just established them, or work with them. So we're going to apply for new projects coming, new funds is coming for the agriculture, related to the agriculture field. So we're going to apply for new projects for those farmers to continue our support to them.
So you are telling us now that you have just finished this project this January. So can you wrap up the achievements that you really feel on the ground after 6 months for working in this project?
It's starting from, so it's around 2 years and a half, because it started in 2013.
13, yes.
Yes. So now we are having the main thing that we reach with the farmers to change from the methodology that they are used to have in cultivating their crops. Also for the women, that because we have some problems with the women, how to raise their children. Also they know how to improve their way to deal with their children. Again, by the end of the project, we established 2 new associations from the farmers. It's one of the good achievement that we reached, to have the farmer will organize to have their own elections. They select those farmers they want them to represent them. And by the end, now we have 2 units that it's in each governorate, 2 mechanization units to support the farmers. One of them as a compost unit, and the other one is for the cleaning the canals, because this is one of the most important needed machines for the farmers. To get those machines to clean, it's called the dredger machine, to clean the canals once or for each season, to clean the canals from the garbage that it's fall on these canals.
Okay, Ms. Rasha Moghazy, Project Manager, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And now we're going to go to a short break and we'll come back to you, so stay with us.